Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ill Will here again today with another story time type video type thingamajig.
I just
I
like
got
this.
this little guy with me today. This story time is about her, really, pretty much. You've probably seen her in a couple of videos if you've watched other videos of mine. You've seen her walking across my camera. You've seen her all in my way. This little guy, this is my cat Stuart. Mind you, a female cat named Stuart. But that's what this story is about. We'll get to that. So, Stuart is 13 years old right now. She's 13 in human years, so she an old hag in cat years. I believe she at least 90 in cat years. So, she's on the latter part of her journey, but you see, she's still, she's on the fast track. I don't want to say it like that, but cats live to about 20 years max usually, so we got a decent little time. But my cats usually live to be at least 20 years old. I've had 5 cats in my lifetime. She is the last one. Well, at least with my mom, because I mean, you guys know I still live at home. So I've had animals my whole life. I have a dog too. At one point, I had 4 cats at one time and a dog. So. But let's get to the story. So, like I said, Stuart is about 13 or 14. I forgot how old she was. We got Stuart as a Christmas present one year when I was about 7, 8 years old.
I just like this.
Living in my first house. She came with a sister at the time. We thought it was a brother. We thought they were both boys, but we'll get to that part of the story. We came home one day, me and my siblings came home one day from my dad's house. He dropped us off back at my mom's. And my mom goes to answer the door and to let us back in the house after, coming back from my dad's house. And what do you know, this little kitty running down the stairs, probably about this big max, little cat running down the stairs, following my mama down the stairs. Her original plan was to surprise us and have us walk in her room and see the cat sitting on the bed, but she, being the type of cat that she is, the wild cat that she is, she jumped up out of the bed this tall, and my mom's bed is at least this tall off the ground. She has a pretty big bed. I know it probably hurt her little feet at the time. She jumped down off the bed and followed my mom down the stairs, and we was like, who is this little cat? Where does this little guy come from? At the time, we thought it was a boy. And the vet named him Stuart at the time. So we was surprised. We was all happy, excited. We love animals. We're a big animal family. Just about everybody in my family has an animal.
I just like this.
On my mom's side anyway. My dad's side not so much. So yeah. So then my mom was like, "Oh man, he wasn't supposed to follow me. I was gonna surprise y'all, but there's another one upstairs in the room." So she went to go get the other one. About the same size. Stuart is like a tan-ish with white paws. Well, her back legs, she got white going up to, like, I guess you could say the thigh area. I don't know how animals' bodies are divided. And then her front paws, she got white around her paws. Just around her paws, she got a little white right spot in her nose, you saw it. And a little bit of white behind her tail, but she creamed. Her brother or her sister, at the time brother, was white and orange. She was, I believe, a tabby cat. I don't know what type of cats they are. They look completely different, to be honest. One is white and orange all around, and she's the color that she is. So, yeah, they were both no older than a couple months, not even a year old, this big. We had both of them together, for probably about a week, but we ended up giving her sister away to my grandma because her brother or sister, I keep mixing up the genders, her brother or sister kept peeing around the house. Like, she wasn't getting trained quick enough. You really don't have to train cats. That's why a lot of people like cats, because they're easy to maintain. All you gotta do is feed them, change their litter box. They go about their day unless they want to be held and want to be up on you. They pretty much very easy to take care of. She wasn't being housebroken or whatever. She just was nervous about being in a new home. And the original Playing my mom only wanted the one cat that we have now, Stuart, but she found out she had a sister and she didn't want to take them away from each other, so she bought them both. We kept them both for about a week, and then we ended up giving her sister to my grandma. We still ended up seeing her just about every few weeks. We used to go see my grandma all the time. So, but we never brought the cat, so they don't remember being siblings at all. I'm sure they don't. And right now, in fact, my grandma doesn't even have her sister. She gave her away a couple of years ago, so I don't know where she's at right now. I hope she's doing okay. Yeah. So we continued to keep the sister. Had her for a couple of years now. We knew she was a wild cat when we got her the very first day. She listens very well, but she thinks she's a dog. She loves people. She's a very very polite cat and all that. She just likes to play a lot. That's what cats do. Cats are pretty playful animals, especially her. But what we soon found to learn that she likes to do, she for some reason loves to run outside. Literally every time you open up the door, you have to check and make sure that she's not around, because she will dart out. We lose her twice a month on the low end, at least twice a month for a couple of hours, sometimes days. But the good thing about cats is they usually come back. They know, so they have a pretty good sense of direction. They usually come back. So even when we do lose her, we got pretty solid idea of where she's at. If she's not around the house, she's no further than 2-3 houses away most of the time. So this is where the story comes in. At the time, we were getting new furniture put in at my house, and in order to bring the furniture in the house, they had to leave the doors wide open. And you know that sounds bad already, leaving the door wide open. She's gonna find a way outside. We started to put her in the basement while they was bringing in the other furniture, but at some point they moved down to bring furniture that we hadn't even put in the basement. So she got out. We forgot about her. They're moving stuff, coming in and out of the house, taking stuff downstairs, taking stuff upstairs, taking stuff to the living room, to the kitchen, bringing in furniture, and we didn't think nothing of it at the time. They finished. They leave, we close the door, we don't think about the cat. It didn't cross our mind. 2-3 hours later after they left, I go, Mom, have you seen Stuart? She like, no, come and think about it, I haven't. So whenever we don't see her for a couple of hours, hold up. Messages keep on popping up on the screen, I need to take that out. But whenever we don't see her for a couple of hours, we get a little worried, because we know she also likes to hide in the house, so we get worried if we don't find her in the house. And she can get into some pretty weird areas. She'll go underneath my bed and my closet. She likes to be in tight spaces. She's a weird cat. So she was like, no, come and think about it. I haven't seen her in a while. You should go look for her. So I go look in the basement, because that's the last place that I remember her being. Go downstairs, call her name. She's nowhere to be found. And we had tiles put up in the basement that were a little lower than the roof, so she could jump through a hole and get on top of the panels in the roof. So I moved a couple of those, calling her name Stuart. Don't know where he's at. I need to stop saying she until we get to that point. I don't know where he's at. I get a little worried, so I go upstairs. I'm like, Ma, I don't see her nowhere. Last place I remember her is in the basement. So we start looking around the house, calling her name. Stuart. His name. Stuart. All of this. We don't have zero idea where the cat's at. We going through the house. Can't find her. So we like, oh man, she's probably outside. So we get to looking. We walking around the house. Stuart. Can't find him. My mom even decided to get in the car and drive around our neighborhood and scream her name, see if she comes. She knows her name very well. If she knows, and she knows voices, so if she recognizes her name and your voice, she's bound to come in, or at least meow, so you know where she's at. We looked for a good 30-45 minutes to an hour for this cat. Cat's nowhere to be found. We thinking like, okay, she has to be in the house. So we go back in the house, continue to look for her again. No dice. Nowhere to be found out. So we get a little upset. We get a little sad. I'm like, oh man, tomorrow I'm gonna have to put up some signs or something if we don't find her. But I'm sure she's in the house. So we went to sleep thinking nothing of it. Like, she's got to be in this house somewhere, or at least somewhere around the house. She'll be back in the morning. So Next morning, I wake up, ask mom if she seen him. Mama said she ain't seen him. We getting a little worried. My mom is making signs to put outside. She's calling the homeowners association in the neighborhood that we look for, telling them to have a look out for this tan cat with white around her feet. She does have a chip in her, but we didn't know that at the time. We didn't know that she had a chip in her. Look, she's being bad right now, trying to open up the door. Yeah, so we didn't know that she had a chip in her, so it wasn't like we could have just called and be like, can you look for our cat or whatever. We didn't know she had a chip in her. So we put up signs, do all of that. Couple days pass, we have no sign of the cat. Nobody said anything. We start to get real sad. We're crying and all of this stuff, thinking that she's gone. We ain't gonna never see her again. Days go by, weeks go by, still ain't heard nothing. Dude, stop it. She being bad right now. We'll try to flip the camera around.
I just like this.
But yeah, so no dice. We have no sign of the cat. Couple months go by. It's Christmas at the time, and my mom's plan, once again, the cat full of her plans. Her plan was to get us a new cat for Christmas, to surprise us with a new one for Christmas. I'm coming home from the school bus and I see a car outside that's not normally in our driveway, So I walk in the house and I'm like, Ma, whose car outside? Who here? I'm going through the house and I see Stuart, bro, stop it. I see, she got me losing my train of thought. I see like a container with a cover over it. And I'm like, what is this? And then this lady walks in with my mom. She's like, oh, we got a surprise for y'all when y'all come. We waiting on your brother and sister to come in. So I was waiting on my brother and sister to come home. They were in high school at the time. I was in like 4th or 5th grade, something like that. We waiting on them to come home. High schools usually get out a little bit later than everybody else. So we waiting on them for a good hour. My mom's sitting there talking with the lady. I don't know who this lady is. So my brother and sister finally get home. They ask the same question, whose car is that? What is this in the middle of the floor? So my mom proceeds to tell us that she has a surprise for us. She goes and takes this cover off this thing, and what do you know? A cat comes out, and it's Stuart. This cat comes out after 3 months of being no sighting of her. We were ecstatic, bro. We had no idea what was going on, where she came from. So my mom proceeds to tell us the story. The story was she was going to get us a new cat for Christmas. She was on the Humane Society website, and they ended up being whoever found her. Maybe somebody called them on her, and blessings for that. But yeah, so she was like, I scrolled past the cat that looked like Stuart, and I was like, dang, that looks like my cat. Then my mom realizes that she did have a chip and she could have just called. So she called in and finds the chip number. She tells them that cat looks just like the cat that I lost, but the name is wrong and the sex is wrong. On the website, they had her registered as a female and her name was Regina. What a terrible name for a cat, right? Yeah, Regina. So she calls and gives them the number of the chip, and they was like, oh wow, yeah, this is your cat. So turns out that somebody had bought her and already had her chip too. They just didn't take her off the website yet because the lady didn't come and pick Regina, Stuart, her up. So we like, mom says, no, you can't sell that cat. That's my cat. I lost her 3 months ago. I think we lost her in October. This was December. So she was gone for a good 3 months. So they ended up figuring the situation out. They reimbursed the lady. No, I think my mom had to reimburse the lady, pay the lady back. And this lady who bought her was the lady who was at my house who brought her to us. And we like, whoa, she's a girl. And I know you're thinking, how do you go? This was about 7-8 years ago. So that would make her about 5-6 years old at the time. I know you think, like, how do you go 5 and 6 years wondering, not knowing that your cat is a girl? thinking it's a boy. First of all, we get our cats spaded or neutered, whichever one is for the male cats. I forgot. I think it's neutered. We get our animals neutered because my mom don't like babies. My mom really don't like male animals. He was the only male animal that we thought we ever had. All of my animals have been females, including Stuart now. So we didn't think nothing of it. They cut the little wiener, so you can't even see it. So even if we did think about it like that, it would have been a little weird. But when you pick her up, you still would have been able to see what's left of the little wiener. But we never thought anything of it. So yeah. So turns out that was our cat. They ended up chipping her. Now she has 2 chips in her. The lady brought her back. She was so sad to give her away because she was so beautiful and she wanted her. And she had her eyes on her for a minute, so I know she was sad, but she was our cat. So you can't take somebody else's property. Cat is your property. Cat is your family. It become one of y'all. You take care of me. Do your thing. So that happened, and she brought her back with like gifts, toys, cards, and stuff. And even like for up to like a year, maybe max, she would still send the cat toys and cards and stuff, saying she hopes she will, and if she can come by and see her. She never did, even though my mom told her she could. I would have preferred her to come by anyway, but she didn't anyway. I just would have thought that was weird because she was our cat. You had no business with the cat, even though you thought she did. I'm sorry. That's just the way life goes. But yeah, my man, this cat. We love her to death, but she is wild. We've lost her days at a time since then and before then. She's crazy. She's insane. But that was just a quick story time. I thought it would be interesting to talk about because she does walk around the camera pretty often when I'm recording these videos. She be on my desk, on my computer all the time. So I thought I would make that known, let you guys know a little interesting story. She a little mad at me because I picked up, you can see it in her eyes. She a little mad at me. But yeah, that's the story of Stu. Say bye. Peace.
I just like the sound of it.